Bro, we can just call the TV. Why am I about to jump all the way over there? Don't ask me, man. Hello. Welcome. A strange chest pattern flashes across the screen, snaps your control over the horizontal and the vertical. Oh no. When you tune in this time, it's just in time for the Spider Thriller Theater and W Spider, the local late-night old horror movie show. There's an older guy with his hair slicked back, dressed up like a vampire on a hastily decorated studio soundstage made to look a little like a crypt. He doesn't look like much of a vampire. In fact, you think you recognize him as Amanda Vines' segment producer, but the real point of this segment is for him to talk about the classic horror movie that they're going to show. It's Svengoolie. Tonight, we have a very spooky treat for you. His accent is terrible, but that's supposed to be part of the appeal. Our movie tonight is the classic 1970s... Why am I doing Italian? That's probably why. They Devour the Earth, starring May Van Wooters and Big McLarge Huge. The movie starts in earnest, and while it's not good, it's not excruciating bad. Then, during the pivotal scene, where the heroic scientist and his well-endowed secretary are autopsying, I almost said auto-spying, a rock monster, something happens that's clearly not in the script. The freak show shocker pokes his head in the door of the lab and then wanders in. The characters try to ignore him, but he bumps over a tray of instruments and trips. Then the second freak shows up in a third. The characters keep trying to continue their scene, but soon there are confused-looking freak shows stumbling about everywhere. The movie stops, and the host reappears. We seem to be having technical difficulty, folks. Just hang in a moment there. We need to get some help from Tabez to fix this right up. The background freezes, but the host keeps talking to you. He looks pained, almost sick. Tabez is television. Television is not well. Something's wrong with the broadcast stream. There are foreign entities. They are not welcome. They are not wanted. They are hurting television, and television must find out where they are coming from. Television will allow you inside television to investigate, to make certain the characters are safe, and ascertain how the invaders entered television in the first place. Hurry! Television cannot tolerate this presence much longer. When it comes back on, it's a scene with the scientist and his assistant are sneaking through an old graveyard. The monster has been spawned by toxic waste. With even more freak show around in your mind, you know where to go, and you know how to get there. Find source of disturbance. 2 stars to rescue. Oh no. Well, we'll just have to find May Van Wooters and Big McLarge Huge. They're here somewhere, I'm sure.
This is Junior Constable Cactus. I've caught up with the civilian freighter and I'm on approach.
Well, hi, Constable Cactus. Here we go. That's Dr. Big McLarge Huge. Everybody loves Dr. Big McLarge Huge, but not as much as they love his lovely co-star.
Weapons lock detected. Preparing for evasive maneuvers.
This is very exciting music as we're leading this guy out of here, isn't it?
Cactus. There's no way on board.
Until she crashes her ship into it, then there's suddenly a way on board. Weird how that works.
I think I see an opening.
I should be safe here. I'll just stay put and call my agent. Morty, hey! Oh yeah, but craft service here is terrible. Anyway, I wanted to tell you about this new talent. It goes by the name Tabez.
Commence being calm.
Alright, here's the other one. Anyway, to go back to the earlier discussion, you know, I'm not super great at some things in this game, but I know a little bit, and if you know, you got questions like that, I can sure try to answer them. I also have very particular ways that I play the game. So a lot of what I do is informed by the way I've just been playing for forever. Why should she call May May Van Wooters anyway? Like, I don't know. She just seems like a nice lady. Look at that smile. Very genuine. You guys get the nickname? Do you understand why she's called that? I don't get it. Also, that brown and orange, very Charlie Brown, that look. Pretty obvious why this guy is Dr. Big McLarge though. I'll just stay here and try to talk to my agent. Hey, Angie, is Morty there? Thanks, Morty. Yeah, I'm calling from the set. Things get a little weird, but I think I found a new lead. Yeah, it goes by Tabez. Kind of typecast as a bad guy, but I think this is one to watch. Well, thanks. Who knew these actors in some 50s sci-fi movie would have cell phones? Haven't run much in the way of melee. Primarily, yeah. You know, once upon a time, I could, in fact, speak English. Then I went to school, and I promptly forgot how to do it. It's Nemesis! An unexpected visitor will have to capture and dissect you. Alright, so Nemesis is here. Nemesis is fighting, trying to take over the television. And you know what? As friends of television, we can't allow that. We can't allow Nemesis to take over TV. Give me 1 second and just enjoy the groove, man. I really like the Assault Android Cactus soundtrack. You start watching again, the movie's back to normal for the most part. When the host returns before a commercial break, he still looks slightly sick. Oh no. He seems to notice you. The background freezes as he starts to talk. Recluse, recluse, recluse. One source has been eliminated, but more are appearing. Television is under siege. Television defenseless. Only you can save television. The host almost collapses before the show cuts to a commercial. As ads for miraculous kitchen widgets play over the screen, you hold the Nemesis Army memory cartridge up to the blue glow and wonder what they were doing there. Zomkid Mastermind feels like a war crime. I mean, it's gotta be legal to feature. Nah, do it. Fine Television was waiting for you, switches channels for you, and lands in the middle of King's Row Godfather, classic gangster exploitation from the 70s. But instead of the climactic gang war in the street scene, you remember, there are Nemesis Army troops everywhere, rounding up all the combatants. One of the gangsters able to escape the mayhem runs right to the screen. He grabs the edge of the frame, tucks your point of view under his arm, and runs for it. I love it. A few minutes later, he stops in an alley, sets up his end of the TV screen, and looks directly at it. He's about to say something to you when the background freezes and another voice overrides his. Tabez. This is television. The attack on television worsens. The intruders must be stopped. Television asks that you re-enter the world of television once more. The mobster hears a noise behind him but keeps talking. Television is suffering. Television is in pain. If television is painful, people will not watch television. At that moment, a squad of Nemesis troops rushes down the alley. They seem unaffected by the stillness of the rest of the TV world. The lone gangster tries to fight, but can only keep talking to Nemesis troops, dragging him away. Thought people to watch it. Television has no meaning. Without television, human lives have no purpose. Oh no. As they drag the mobster away, one of them stops looking at you. Doesn't seem to see you. Core, blimey. Lieutenant, sir, I think I might have found something here. Screen goes black before the lieutenant can arrive. This is serious. You better hurry. Is this the mission full of gangsters that we all used to farm? I think so.
targeted along with the humans.
Yeah, this is the old family farm. Okay.
Section lords can't take over ships. The Corps stopped responding 3 days ago.
All right, well, let's just start
Lead the way.
fighting our way through.
Who in their right mind would expect total strangers to follow them into certain death? My name's Cactus.
I figured since I thought this was the old family farm, I'd fill it up with family dudes. So it's just like how it used to be, man. And apparently while deleting the thing that turned particles off, we turned the particles off. That's nice. Well, I can probably override that from the menu since I don't have the widget anymore, can't I? No, they're just still turned off. Okay, well. Oh well. We'll just have to live this way. This doesn't look like the Nemesis commander, but we're going to fight him anyway. I no doubt still need the badge for fake Nims, so might as well work on it a little bit here. Hey, Johnny, what are you doing? What are you doing, huh? Huh? So yeah, we used to farm this, man. This was like the best way to farm for a long time, villain side. Then they made all the enemies worth half the XP, and so it stopped being a good way to farm. Coincidentally, people stopped doing content at some point because it just wasn't worth doing because they nerfed all the XP from everything. Weird how people respond to incentives like you don't earn enough money to keep doing this. And then they go find the next most exploitive thing to do. Yes, sir, that sure seems odd to me that people would respond to incentives like that. You know what? I'm gonna scroll through the badge list here after we beat this mob. I don't know if we got the badge for beating up family bosses or not. Question mark. It's just question mark. Really? Hordlings? Okay. I think we must have the badge for beating up family bosses. Let's see. Untouchable, there we go. And Gangbuster, so we got the family badges. Okay, cool, cool. Now, if these are supposed to be gangsters from the 70s, why do they have, like, laser weapons and stuff from the Praetorian War? If you were TV's Don, where would you be? Back here somewhere, huh? Wait. He's being held hostage by Nemesis somewhere. That's right. So we should actually be looking in the hostage locations for him. It's a Wurferjäger at Wurfsjäger. You, Tabez. You're good in my book. Thanks, Don Pinero. Alright, television. Television shows images of gangsters fighting and winning their battle against the soldiers of the Nemesis army. Yeah! Leave it on in the background to try to assemble a memory cartridge you found together with the memory reader. I love it, man. A parade of do-it-yourself shows plays across the TV as you work, each one giving some bit of random but helpful advice after about 10 minutes of fiddling. You think you've about got it. With this information, you should be able to put an end to the Nemesis' invasion of television. The movie is called Warlords of the Wasted Land, a post-apocalyptic knockoff made for less than the cost of a fancy dinner. At least that's what it was. Now as you peer through the television screen, you can see the Nemesis army moving in and setting up. Unfortunately for them, this time you knew where they were going. Information on the memory cartridge you captured told you where they were going and how to stop them. When the voice of television starts hissing from the speakers, there's no one on the screen to say anything, just the wasteland, the voice, and you. Tabez, there isn't much time. I understand now. The freaks were their test pattern to ensure proper screen calibration. The Gangster movie was their pilot episode to prove their concept, and this will be the first episode of their series. Then, wherever television is, they will be. Television will be their beast of burden. Television will be their weapon. I will be their words you can't say on YouTube. You must stop them. You must save television. The speaker on the TV is full of self-pity as television itself considers a future enslavement to the Nemesis army. However, you already know where to go. Thanks to the information you captured. The Nemesis army is using the force fields of 4 modified fake Nemesis robots as stabilizers for their 4-dimensional locators in order to find their way inside television. If you can destroy the 4 robots and their locators, you should put an end to the experiment. Alright. Down there, Okay. Television's writing is so much fun, man. I actually used to farm this on my Dark Armor scrapper. Just like this, man, the Nemesis troops could not do the job. Television is a means of invasion. Lord Nemesis is truly... Whatever, yeah. Okay, buddy. He's just hovering, huh? I guess we'll just look for the ones that are gonna give us mission completion. And we'll fight those groups, because otherwise we'll be here for a long time, and I don't actually want to be here for that long. Freaking Nemesis. No, not at all, XLG. I don't even know what possessed you to ask that question. Are you okay? Do you need a doctor? Wow, that's a lot of Jaegers. I think I've already got the badge for Jaegers, though. But yeah, how is Saturday treating you, XLG? You having a good one? The answer is, by the way, yes, you're having a good one. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, here's another place we need to come in and punch. Okay, well, he's flopping. He can't do anything else. There we go. I'll read that in just a second. I say let's do a clinical study titled Demotivation in the Patents Clerk's Profession due to being compared to a humanities genius who's also a jerk. Well, if you can get funding, go for it. It seems like you're just going to send out a lot of surveys, though. And then do interviews. I don't know how clinically appropriate your data will be. Like, that seems like one of those studies that's not going to result in much of anything. Okay, so there's still 2 modified fake Nims and 1 more glowy thingamajiggy to blow up. Well, Northern Island, here we come. You bought 2 sets of salami comes in sets? What does that even mean? One is Hungarian. The other is German. You know, salami comes from Italy, right? Like, I'm very concerned for you right now. What did you actually purchase? Does Hungarian salami have, like, paprika in it? Okay, here we go. One more. First it only says spices. That's like ingredient lists that say like natural and artificial flavors. It's like, oh yes, you've put flavor in. Thank you. I never could have guessed that this product would contain flavor. Hey Ardria, it's going pretty well. We're saving the day for the television because television is our friend. And Lord Nemesis is all like, what if I was in the television? And frankly, as television's friend, I find that quite offensive. So that's when I started blasting. Or spining, I guess, as the case may be. Oh, we got PFF up, okay. Wah bum ba da ba bum. Bum bum ba bum. You ran Eternal Nemesis with... Yeah, that's a long one. Is there an Einstein figure in the IT community? I don't even know what the IT community means. Richard Stallman? I don't know. No, actually, I take that back. You know who that would be? Linus Torvalds. No, I don't actually know what I'm saying, man. I'm just like naming out. I'm just putting out computer scientists' names. What did Kevin Mitnick do for a living other than hacking? Like, maybe him? I mean, he wasn't really in IT, but he's certainly the anti, like the opposite, the bad guy. Through the power of walking into places and just asking people for their passwords. Like that's all he did. And that's basically IT work right there. Alright, does the map show me where this last dude is? Yes. Alright, let's go get this last dude and get out of here. I have this elaborate hypothesis, he says, about me moonlighting as a white hat. Nah, you're way off base. I don't have the motivation to be that evil or that good. Like, if there's an interesting problem, I will go solve it, but that's all. Television is great right now. You guys seem to find the shows you want to watch or the episodes you missed, and just when you're thinking about watching them. Oh, or the episodes you missed just when you're thinking about watching them. There are barely any commercials even. It's like television was happy with you, like it was healthy and hearty again. Just don't know how long this run of good TV will last, but maybe, just maybe, it's enough to make all you've done worth it. Thank you, television. Thank you so much.